Yes, come on, let's all take a look here.
Oh no!
Okay, this is a shepherding spacecraft watching it come in. And here you see, it's gonna impact right there. Are we moving there, Sean Kelly?
We're watching Gatorade. The thing is pointing all over the place.
Whoa, it's gone! What's happened? What happened?
What are you complaining about now?
The booster is about to impact there, and you're going to see the booster hitting. Well, you didn't see it. Anyway.
Whoa!
That's what you were focused to see.
That was awesome! Wow, yay!
Wow, really?
No, I got more. All right,
better.
All right, Mr. Sean Kelly. Mr. Sean Kelly, pull that away. Pull out the next image. This is taken from a huge ground-based telescope. This is the Apache Point telescope. This is a 3.5 meter telescope. At the moment of impact, it took this picture of the impact.
Oh wow, look!
Whoa! Amazing!
This is the moment of impact. Right there. Okay, now I suppose 3.5 meter telescope isn't big enough for you. Let's see the next image, please, Sean Kelly. This is an image taken from the Palomar telescope.
Is that a big one?
Yes, 200 inches. 200-inch scope using the latest adaptive optics, which actually compensate for the turbulence of our atmosphere. This image of a 200-inch telescope.
I see a face.
Shows the impact.
Looks like that.
No, you're not looking in the right thing.
No, you're right. Can you please help me?
There.
What's the right thing?
That little
Where's
dot.
the thing? Define thing.
That's what you're looking at.
That white dot is the impact?
Have you heard of girls?
This is the infrared, near-infrared image at the moment of impact.
What is?
I see a
It
crater.
hits right there.
I see.
How do you know it hits right there?
NASA provided very detailed information on where to look. It also had a mid-range infrared detector, and the mid-range infrared detector picked up that.
What is that? Is that the Beastie Boys?
That is the impact flash of a booster that weighs about 2 tons impacting the moon. It's
That little dot right there?
6,000 miles an hour, going into a south polar crater in the moon. It hit there, they zoomed it up, there it is larger, they zoomed it up more, there it is even larger. And if you combine the near-infrared with the visual and ultraviolet spectrophotometers, they also found a crater was formed there. The crater was approximately the size of 1 pixel on the detector. That would make it about 30 feet wide.
Is that chart the audience appreciation?
The next illustration is of the audience appreciation as time measured versus time.
Interest versus comedy versus alcohol wearing off?
I want you to know that was detected after impact.
Woohoo!
Holy fuck!
Exciting.
Do you see that blip upon impact? $78 million.
$78 million.
Yes, you're wondering what the moon people thought of all this.
Selenite!
And the moon people were very unimpressed. Well, you're probably wondering, what about Hubble? The Hubble telescope, did they point the Hubble at this? Well, yes, they did. And leave on the Moonanites there, Ignat and Error, and that's
really nice.
that's puzzle.
That's an actor in a spacesuit.
Yeah. No, it's real because you can see their spacecraft and all that. It's totally real.
Yeah, they thought of everything. Yeah.
The shadows, come on, can't fake those. So there. Anyway, yes, the Hubble did look at this lunar impact this morning at 4:31:19 seconds. Just stop moving. Just sit still. Okay, they looked at the Whitpick 3 camera on the Hubble and the imaging spectrograph looked at the moon when it impacted. They did not release the image. What does that tell you?
What do you mean they didn't release the image? That means that OJ's guilty. I know it.
Yay!
But they did say that they did not see a damn thing. And their spectrograph did not pick up any hydroxyl ions. Hydroxyl ion would have been released upon impact from water ice.
Is that something that people pick up, hydroxyl ions?
If you're a spectrograph, yeah, absolutely. It has a double bond. A double bond absorbs, you know, in the visual area.
And when a spectrograph like comes home from work, he stops at the store and picks up a couple of...
The answer is they saw nothing. But that's not how NASA fucked up.
How did they fuck up then?
Well, it's very simple. NASA unnecessarily raised everyone's expectations that they would see something. And they went on and on and on about, you're going to see it, you can come out in your scope, we're going to do this, it's going to be a cool thing, we're going to find it, we know the water's there, we better, da 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 da. For some reason, they decided to raise everyone's hopes that this time you're going to be a big plume, flying this thing in, you're going to see it, and we've never seen it in the past, we didn't see it this time. Unnecessarily raising everyone's expectations, just like you do.
Well, Pete, aren't you guilty of raising people's expectations? And people came here expecting to see like a science show, and instead,
No.
we got this.
Look, there's three possible solutions.
Number one,
there was no spacecraft, just like you said. They spent all the fucking money on CGI. And they didn't even fly to the moon. It was a big hoax. Number two is the spacecraft punched right through the moon and came out the other side. That was the third thing, of course, is everyone knows about this, is the global warming has forced the secret Nazi bases are hidden under the ice cap to relocate the lunar south pole, and their defense systems worked perfectly.
I knew it.
But if you want to go somewhere and fly something into a body and find water ice, go to Mars. On Mars, almost anywhere you fly a meteor into Mars, you find water ice. Yeah, he is our president. And there's my daughter hiding in her special capsule in her lunar training, getting ready for a space trip. But Chicken, you've been interrupting me a lot through this little talk.
I think that's unfair. I'm here for the candy. I'm a contrarian. You're supposed to interrupt me now as I'm talking about it.
Yeah, well,
but another thing is that you let me interrupt you, and that's the important part. Is that you let me bully you. You beg me, but you encourage it. That's what it is.
Chicken.
No matter how good I try to be, just
Chicken.
You really just know how to.
Chicken, I want to talk to you.
Buttons.
I want to talk to you about your manners. Chicken.
Yes.
You know, this has been going on for a while here. There have been a few times that you have been less than polite to people.
No.
And I'd like to take a little moment here and have some people help me help you with your politeness issue. And here we have a wonderful book which is going to help you. It's called Polite Elephant. And we also have two people acting out. We have Spy and Moses Grubb. Moses Grubb is going to play the role of Polite Elephant, and Spy Emerson is going to read Polite Elephant so that we can teach you some goddamn manners. Okay?
The Polite Elephant. Everyone likes the Polite Elephant. He knows the right things to say and do. He tips his hat and says hello when he sees his friends. When the polite elephant waits for the bus, he takes his place in line. He never pushes or shoves. The polite elephant always offers his seat to a lady. The polite elephant is a good guest. He knows that some rooms are for sitting and others are for playing. When it's time for the polite elephant to go home, he remembers to thank his friends. Thank you, he says. I've had a nice time. Chicken. The polite elephant is polite at home, too. He always washes his hands and face before sitting at the table. Chicken. Wash your hands and face. Sometimes the polite elephant's friends come to his house. He greets them at the door. Hello, he says. Please come in.
Chicken.
He introduced them to his mother. Mommy, this is Jimmy.
This is Jimmy.
Moses, keep your Jimmy in your pants. The polite elephant is a good playmate. He shares his tools with his friends, and he is very careful when he plays with someone else's tools.
Chicken. Chicken.
When his friends leave, the polite elephant goes to the door with them. Thank you for coming, he says.
Chicken.
Chicken. The polite elephant always tries to help others when he can. And mostly, the polite elephant always returns his phone calls.
Chicken. Yeah, I think it was interesting that the book concluded there with returning phone calls. Chicken.
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 But let's hear it for him anyhow, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Goldie. Spent a lot of time preparing, because he's a lifetime to prepare for this show, for this moment, to provide entertainment for the masses.
Chicken.
Chicken.